Automobiles have been a symbol of luxury and rank since the early 1920s. When they first became accessible to the entire public, only the rich could afford them. They were rare in those days, and those who had one were believed to be the wealthiest residents. Even though vehicles have evolved dramatically over the previous century, they nevertheless convey a feeling of wealth and importance. And when it comes to the luxury automobile market, it's defined as a vehicle that exceeds the essentials. Although this is not always the case, luxury vehicles are often associated with the affluent and famous. If you've always wanted to cruise about town in a Beamer or a Porsche or a Mercedes but thought it was out of your price range, well, by the end of this video, you might reconsider. Hello, and welcome to today's video, where we will be looking into some cheap cars that will elevate your status and make you look like a billionaire. So stay tuned and don't touch that dial. Number 9. 1982 Rolls-Royce Silver Spirit. Now, it may seem unlikely that you could be practically broke yet possess a Rolls-Royce, but it is possible. From 1980 through 1999, Rolls-Royce manufactured the Silver Spirit, an attractive full-size luxury car. At the same time, the Silver Spur, a long-wheelbase variant of the automobile, was introduced, and it was the first to include the retractable Spirit of Ecstasy hood ornament. Between 1980 and 1989, the first-generation Silver Spirit, known as the Mark I, was produced. The engine was a 6.75-liter L410 V8 with THM 300 3-speed automatic transmission. Even today, it's a vehicle that radiates sophistication, and you can obtain one for a reasonable price. Many 80s models have been spotted for under $20,000, including a black 82 with just 72,000 miles on Car Gurus for $9,900. Number 8. 1982 Mercedes-Benz 280 SL. The best or nothing. For a long time, Mercedes have been known for their classic, luxurious, not to forget safe cars. Mercedes SL Class Benz has been around for a long time, from 1954 till now to be exact. It means sport lightweight. The automobile's initial intention was to be a toned-down Grand Prix car geared for high-end performance enthusiasts in a post-World War II American economy. Even though the SL class has been around for 64 years, spanning 6 generations and several body designs, we're focused on a 1982 R107 model that will make you seem affluent without breaking the bank. This third-generation SL is even more elegant now than it was back then. Number 7. 1997 Bentley Turbo R. Bentley is another legendary automobile manufacturer that combines performance and elegance. They're also a brand whose automobiles most people only fantasize about acquiring. Now, if you're a bargain hunter, you may be able to get an older model Bentley for a reasonable price, similar to Rolls-Royce. The Turbo R is a high-performance automobile manufactured from 1985 to 1999. It's powered by a 6.75-liter turbocharged V8 borrowed from the Bentley Mulsanne Turbo. It also has retuned suspension and bigger tires on alloy wheels, a first for the automaker. If you don't believe us, Motor Trend stated that the Turbo R was the first Bentley in decades befitting of the famed brand. These vehicles are difficult to come by, but if you're willing to fly to California, a 1997 model with barely 60,000 miles is presently on Auto Trader for a little under $19,000. Number 6. 2017 Chrysler 200. Chrysler isn't renowned for its high-priced vehicles, but the Chrysler 200 is a stylish midsize sedan. These vehicles from Chrysler were manufactured between 2010 and 2017, and if you know where to search, you can get one of the more recent versions for a reasonable price. The 200 was produced in 2 generations with a 4-door sedan and convertible body style. If you don't want the additional features, you can purchase another one for about $22,000. One of them is a 4-wheel drive 200 Touring with a 9-speed shiftable automatic gearbox. Number 5. 2002 Bentley Arnage. Now, to confirm that these said-to-be luxurious cars are affordable, Bentley makes a second appearance on a list that you would not have expected them to feature on at all, but this time with the Arnage. From 1998 until 2009, the Arnage was a huge luxury car produced. This was one of the two automobiles that represented the company's first new design since 1980 at that time. The Silver Seraph was the other. A new engine was also installed in the Arnage. Instead of a traditional 6.75-liter V8, a 4.4-liter twin-turbo BMW V8 was installed. With 354 horsepower, it was the world's fastest and most powerful four-door sedan for a limited period. Though Arnage prices may range from $25,000 to $50,000 and possibly even more, a 2002 model with low miles can be found online car selling sites like carsforsale.com for only $24,880. Number 4. 2014 Jaguar XJ Portfolio. Since 1968, the Jaguar XJ has designated a full-size range of luxury cars produced by the British automaker. The XJ has been Jaguar's flagship model since 1970, and the original version was the last Jaguar sedan designed by Sir William Lyons, the company's founder. Although the 68 has made many high-profile appearances, we're talking about a newer model here, the X351, which has only been available since 2009. Jay Leno and Elle Macpherson introduced the X351 at the Saatchi Gallery in London in 2009. It's larger and broader than its predecessors, but its headlamps are smaller and the grille is more square. The 2014 model had a mild redesign, but the 5.0-liter 385 PS V8 remained standard. Surprisingly, a used 2014 model may be found for roughly $30,000 and above. Number 3. 2003 Porsche 911 Cabriolet. Now, who would have guessed that a Porsche 911 could be had for less than six figures? Apart from the Porsche Boxster, these high-performance rear-engine vintage sports cars have been available since 1963 and embody box-engine goodness. Modifying these automobiles for racing, rallies, and other contests have become a cult favorite. In 1999, the 911 came in 6th place in an International Car of the Century vote. It's one of the oldest sports coupes still in existence, and you can get one for under $35,000 if you search hard enough. In 2001, the Turbo S Cabriolet was released. It boasts more power than a regular turbo, can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.91 seconds, and it tops out at 189 miles per hour. Other 911s from the early 2000s may be found for less than $35,000. Number 2. 1967 Austin Healey 3000 Mk3. Now, some of the cars on this list are so premium that it would take a second thought for you to believe that they are truly making it to this list. The Austin Healey 3000 is a historic automobile that may be seen on exhibit at automotive events all over the globe. It is a British sports car from 1959 to 1967 that was very uncommon in today's world, and it will make you appear like a billionaire. The 3-liter vehicle won several European rallies in its day, and it is still raced in vintage car contests today. The Mark III 3000 convertible debuted in 1964 with a power boost from 136 to 150 horsepower, and the first 3000 to have the speedometer displayed directly in front of the driver. It was the third and last generation of the 3000s. Now, they usually sell for $50,000 to $70,000 on secondhand historic vehicle websites, but a handful are more affordable, such as one found in Santa Ana, California for $38,750. Number 1. 1931 Pierce Aero 8 Club. Alright, so believe it or not, this list would not be complete if there was no car from the ancient times when cars had not yet adopted the actual modern shape that we know of today. Pierce Aero was an early American automotive firm created by George N. Pierce in Buffalo, New York. From 1901 through 1938, the firm was primarily renowned for its luxury vehicles, but they also made fire engines, camp trailers, motorbikes, and bikes. The old-fashioned automobiles made by Pierce Aero were a phenomenon back in their day, with the 1933 Silver Aero, which was released as a concept car, generated quite a stir because of its futuristic appearance. There are only 3 left today. However, you will come across this lovely 8 Club sedan, which you can see on the runways of historic car exhibitions. Although these automobiles are usually priced between $70,000 and $250,000, there is one from St. Louis, Missouri, which is just $42,900. Would you consider it if you had the money? Well, reaching the point, we have seen the top 9 cheap cars that will make you look like a billionaire. Since society is driven by what other people possess and own to give a social status, what are you waiting for? Look for one of these and uplift your social status. And with that marks the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.